We've been driving around, singing songs way too loud because we wanna. Picking up all our friends, fill up the car till it bends because we wanna.
It is a hot day here in California. Please excuse the perspiration, but I can't turn on the fans or the AC and record at the same time. So bear with me, okay? We've got the cabinets sort of installed. I've got them installed on one side and I'm liking the way they're looking, but I don't like the color. And it's actually baffling to me because for me, Annie Sloan chalk paint is usually a home run for me in any color. And I chose Svenska Blue for these cabinets. I painted, sanded in between. I've painted over 5 layers of Annie Sloan chalk paint and it still looks uneven. I thought, oh, maybe when I wax it, there's going to be a nice enrichment of color, which is the usual case, but nothing worked out. So everything looks flat and chalky and uneven. So I went back to the drawing board and looked at Sherwin-Williams and Benjamin Moore colors, and I wanted to go with coastal blues or coastal greens. And after probably 7 or 8 color samples, I narrowed it down to 4. The kitchen gets ambient light from the dining room and a little bit from the bedroom, but it doesn't have a window of its own. So lighting is a little bit weird in that room, and I wanted something that's light, but I don't want something that's pastel. So the greens and the blues, a lot of the ones that I rejected were too gray. And then the greens were hard because they looked a little too minty or a little too pastel. I usually sample on foam core board, but I didn't have any left in my stash, so I pre-primed some wood board, and that's what I'm going to use today. All right, so let's give it a whirl. The colors I'm looking at right now, these are the contenders. These are the blue category, and these are my coastal, I'm calling it my coastal green color. And I'm going to move the camera over, okay? The first color I'm going to try out is by Sherwin-Williams, and the color is called Icelandic. We're going to do 2 layers of each color. And then the next color is Sherwin-Williams North Star. This color is by Benjamin Moore, and it's called Soft Fern. And this is Benjamin Moore Palladian Blue. I'm not feeling any of the blues at the end, maybe for another project. I like these 2, but they look very different under the light in the kitchen. So I had a little bit of cardboard left, white cardboard, so I went ahead and used that to paint a larger sample. Just to recap, this is the Benjamin Moore Palladian. It looks a lot different on the cardboard than it does on the wood. And then this is the other contender, but it's drying a little bit more gray than I wanted. And this one is the Benjamin Moore Soft Fern. We'll tape it onto the cabinet and see how it looks in that light. And the winner is Palladian Blue by Benjamin Moore. Yay! Because I've already primed the cabinets, I'm just going to do a light sanding and I'll be ready to paint on the Palladian Blue. I just picked up my paint from Benjamin Moore, and the paint expert there was so helpful. And she suggested for my kitchen cabinets that you really want them to look as smooth as possible. And she said that I should buy the more expensive advanced level of a base for Benjamin Moore. And she said that she showed me samples. Number one, it has a self-leveling property. So much like a lot of DIYers add something called Floetrol, I think that's how you pronounce it, if you can put into paint so that it smooths the brush strokes. The Benjamin Moore Advance already has something like that built into the property of the paint mix. And number two, which I didn't know, it dries to a more hard, almost like a feeling of paint lacquer. Oh, and she also said that I did not have to seal the cabinets. So we'll see about that. All right, so I'm going to give Benjamin Moore, oh, it's heavy, Advance. I'm going to give it a whirl.
Picking up a love, friends fill up the car till it bends because we wanna, yeah, we just wanna have fun. The trunk's full of wine.
So the cabinet is still drying. This is after 2 coats. And up here, it's dry to the touch. And I want to remark that the texture is very smooth. And thanks to one of my viewers, I am going to stick with these knobs. It looked like I was actually using the wrong screw, and the knobs were just fine. They're super cute, and they're exactly what I wanted for this cabinet. It's still drying a little bit, but I have to say that I'm liking the color, and I just think it's looking so cute. Well, that's it for now. I'm still on a journey to reno my small kitchen, so stay tuned for more. And if you want to check out how I made my pie vent cabinets, just check out previous videos, and I'll see you right back here at Nutshell Living for more small space tips and tricks. See you soon. Bye.